I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Apoki. I was part of the resource persons that spoke at the Global Wealth Conference at Onitsha. It was organized by an Anglican priest, and there were so many intellectuals, including Anglican priest, professor of ophthalmology, one of the best in the country. My brother, they call him Pastor Isaiah from Kaduna, and several others. People widely traveled. And His Excellency Peter Obi was the keynote speaker. In the course of his lecture, he made mention that he visited Indonesia and visited the president who lived a very simple life. And he said that the great leap that Indonesia has had in her GDP was from small, medium, small, and micro enterprises. He also said that Indonesian youths are contributing a lot to the economy of Indonesia. He now said that Nigeria has two great assets, even more than the oil. He talked about land for agriculture. He compared the sizes of the landmass of several nations that were doing well agriculturally to states in Nigeria. He even compared one country to Sambisa Forest. Then the next thing he said was that Nigeria was blessed by human capital, that the intellectual capacity of Nigerians was a great asset that needs to be harnessed. He said that Nigerians are excelling everywhere in every aspect of learning and human endeavor. He then said that even these are Yahoo boys, so-called Yahoo boys, that they are very brilliant and that their intellectual capacity, their brilliance, and their knowledge of the internet and whatever is associated with their trade, which I know is illegal and he did not approve of them, their intellect could be harnessed and converted for use in the growth of the Nigerian economy. Simple. I was interviewed in a podcast, The Nedu and the Honest Bunch then, with a repentant Yahoo boy. And I told them my experience in Springs when one man confronted me, said Nigerians criminals, and I told him criminality is intelligence, is criminality sometimes is intelligence looking for an avenue for manifestation in the midst of oppression and deprivation. And the young man who was a repentant Yahoo boy, I told them that if given the right opportunities, right stimulus, his brain can be useful to our nation. And then I went for another podcast in Abuja on my way from Europe. And the person interviewing me said that people have made comments that I am advocating for Yahoo boys. It is the same way that some people with wankpi mentality, wankpi is he-goat, small he-goat, they are impulsive, they jump anyhow. And intellectual cholera, you vomit and you stool impulsively without control, just lashed on what Peter Obi said, and they made lengthy posts that Peter Obi, His Excellency, is a president that will encourage Yahoo boys and all kinds of stupid comments. Remember, I said that caged dogs bark at people anyhow. I remember when Aisha Yesufu used to do her videos, there would be a dog barking from a nearby compound. And one day she said, what's wrong with this dog that is always barking when she wants to do her videos? And caged dogs who are fed by their masters always bark at anything without reasoning, without thinking. They feel threatened, caged dogs. And they think that people who are walking free are a threat to them. Now, those people who barked at Peter Obi, I was there. I was in that meeting when he said it. They did not know the full context, and the content of his message. They just barked because they need to bark and bite. They need to sneeze at anything. Now, Tinubu, President Tinubu, His Excellency President Tinubu, on the 5th of January, 2023, in Benin City, Governor Adams Oshomole was standing on his right-hand side. Gaduje, His Excellency Gaduje, was standing on his left-hand side. And he said that these so-called Yahoo boys, that he will empower them, retrain them to produce chips, computer chips, and coding and all kinds of things. And the people clapped. In another interview during his campaign, he said that somebody who could dismantle an AK-47, clean the chamber, that same person has an intellectual capacity to repair a tractor, and that he was going to empower people to utilize their brains to develop this country. And people clapped. So there is a link between His Excellency President Tinubu, His Excellency Peter Obi, and I don't know what you will call me, Dr. Charles Apoki, area grandfather, and Yahoo boys. Three of us feel that these Yahoo boys are citizens of our nation, and that it is a poor orientation that is making them go into this criminality, and that their intelligence can be harnessed, just as some countries, when they catch hackers, arrest hackers, they take them, train them, and learn from them to become ethical hackers. They employ them in their security agencies. So, Peter Obi was right, Tinubu was right, Dr. Apoki is right. And a man called William Thayer, in his book written in 1876 or 1786, the book is titled Gaining Favor with God and Man. He wrote in that book that the devil tempts every person, but an idle mind tempts the devil. Satan tempts every person, but an idle mind tempts the devil. If the minds of our young people are actively directed towards productivity, there will be less criminality. Peter Obi was right. President Tinubu was right. Dr. Apoki was right. We said the same thing. Why would one small he-goats, and people with intellectual cholera and caged dogs only pick that of Peter Obi and lash out at him? Something is wrong with your brains. Free yourself from mental slavery. Cure yourselves of intellectual cholera. Reason before you think. Politics is not everything. Should not dehumanize you. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on the 7th of November and on the 8th of November. It is tagged The Mystery of the Three Levels of Introduction. You are a tripartite being. You have a body, you have a soul, and you have a spirit. Each of these three levels form you, and you can be introduced, you can personally introduce yourself at each level, either by the flesh alone, the body alone, or from your soul, or from your spirit. Those are the mysteries I want to share with you. I have properties for sale. People are buying from all over the world, genuine properties. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. And I have counseling sessions paid for. Book an appointment with +234 80 21 21 92 62. God bless you.